Hello everyone and welcome back. This is going to be the second tutorial in the Python beginner series for absolute beginners by One Stop Programming. So in this tutorial we're going to go over creating your kind of a Python project and running a Python project from the command line as well as basic input and output. I'm going to show you both with idle and notepad++ just in case some of you do want to use idle. So we'll do that first. So to create a Python file, we're just going to right click on my desktop, go to New Text Document, and then we're going to name it Hello World, and we're going to change the extension from .txt to .py. Click Enter and say yes, we want to change the file extension. And then we're going to right click and say Edit with idle. So here we see that we've opened up hello world.py on our desktop, and we're just going to type print open parenthesis, open quote, hello world, end quote, and parenthesis, and there we go. That's our print statement. That's how you print stuff out to the console. It's pretty straightforward, exactly what you'd expect. Then we can just go up to run module, or click F5. We're going to say yes, we want to save this and run it. And here over here we see that it is run and printed out hello world, as well as giving us an open shell. So we're going to close this, and we're going to close this. That was idle, pretty straightforward. Feel free to use it if we want. I will encourage you to use Notepad++ because I think it's a higher quality text editor and development environment. However, we do have to kind of go through an extra step to run our application. So we go down to Start and type CMD for command prompt. Open that up. We're going to need to change the directory from users Kevin, which is my home folder, to my desktop. So to do that, we type CD. It stands for change directory, and we need to figure out what my desktop is. So to do that, we can go to my computer, local disk C, users, my home folder, desktop, and we just click up here and copy that and just paste that right in there. You can do that for any location that you have anywhere on your computer. You can just go up here, copy this address with Control-C, or this file location, and paste it in here. So now if we type Python and then hello world.py, you can just tab complete that as soon as you type hello, and then run that by enter. We see that it prints out hello world. If you typed Python and you got an error similar to maybe something like that, then you didn't set up Python correctly in your system variables. Go back to the first video where we set up the system variable for Python and check that. Or if you're still having trouble, check the forum for a solution to your problem. So next, we're just going to move this off to the side and minimize that. So we have print hello world. So how about we get some input now? So let's define a variable. Let's call it my name. And let's say my name equals input. What is your name? So essentially what this program is going to do is it's going to print hello world, and then we're going to define a variable. A variable is something that stores a value. So it can store anything. Python is, like we went over in the last video, dynamically typed. So my name, you can just think of my name as a container that holds some sort of information, whether that's a string or a number or a list or anything. Just think of my name for now as a container that holds some kind of information that is useful and critical to our program. So we're going to save this with Control-S, and then we're going to go back here and go to Python hello world, run that. Hello world, what is your name? So you can see here that the input command, you do it, it's pretty similar to the print function. However, instead of just printing what you put in here, it also prompts you for a input value, and then it will store that input value in the variable to the left. So we're going to type Kevin, and then it will terminate. So the next thing we can do is we can go print my name, save, and to just restore the last command that I ran, you can just hit the up key, and then you go, what is your name? Kevin, and it prints out Kevin. So here we have this variable that is containing a value that it then prints back out. So what I haven't gone over is what this is. This is commonly referred to as the assignment operator, not an equal sign. It is not an equal sign, it is the assignment operator. This has nothing to do with evaluating for equality. That's definitely some place that a lot of people get tripped up on. Get it out of your head that this means equal, because it doesn't in programming. But what this is doing is it's saying whatever the value of this is, assign it to whatever is on the left. So you say, another way you can say this is my name gets the value of input, what is your name? So what this whole thing will return a value of whatever you type in. We'll get more into exactly what that means when we go over functions, but for now just think of this as becoming the string value of whatever I type in, and then that being stored into my name. So if I were to just type in my variable and say that got hello, here I used a single quoted string opposed to a double quoted string. There's really no difference there. Just know that you can use single quotes or double quotes when defining a string in Python. So another way to go over this line is you can say the variable myVar gets hello, or hello is stored into myVar. And then we can go down here and say print myVar, save, and we can run that, and we see what is your name. I can say Kevin, and it says Kevin, and it says hello. Alternatively, if I didn't want to type this all in a file, I could also type this into a Python shell, and see when I get these three little prompt characters, that means that I'm in a Python shell. So I can alternatively just do this entire program within the shell. I'll say hello world, and I can say my name equals input. What is your name? I can say Kevin. I can say print my name. And then I can say my var equals hello. And I can say print my var. Now, another really useful thing about when you're in the Python shell is you don't actually have to type print to see the value of something. I can just type my var, and it evaluates that as hello. Because this is an interpreted language, imagine that when you type print my var right here, it goes through and evaluates that. It says, okay, what's my var? Okay, my var is hello. Just like you saw here. It evaluated my var to a hello, just like here, when you said print my var, it would evaluate my var to hello, and then this just simplifies to print hello, and then it prints hello. Notice how here you have the quotation marks, the single quoted string, to show you that this is a string value and not what is being printed out. So that's the only difference between the output there. But that is also very useful if you have a list or something like that. We'll get more into complex things like that in a later tutorial, but the Python shell is definitely very useful if you just want a quick pry into the variable values of your code. So I think that about wraps it up for this video. We covered input and output with print, and we covered a little bit about introduction on a variable and how to define one. In the next videos we'll go over functions, more about variables, some different kinds of variables, and get into some more complex Python. So thanks for watching. I hope you are enjoying these videos, and I will see you in the next tutorial.